Hey everyone, it's Will, Gamer Dad, with another video for you. So first off, I'd like to give a shout out to one of my newest YouTube members, Alan Walker. Thanks for your support. Now, of course, this is the beginning of a new month, obviously the last day of the month for us on the West Coast. But that being said, with each month comes a new Fateful encounter, 7-day encounter. Again, this Fateful only lasts for 7 days, and like all other Fateful's, does require one subscription from the Heavens ticket or 1,000 paid stones. Now, this month is pretty interesting. You got Nakoko, Barrel, as well as Yukino, and so we can go directly into the Should You Summon here, which is obviously in the dreams, and I'll just give you my thoughts on these three units. So, first of all, as usual, the 7-day encounter only have a 7.77% of getting the featured unit. So, roughly 20 odd percent for any of the three. And then the rest of it is rounded out with all the other 5 stars in the game, including the newest units, or Leia, for example, a lot of the altars, Eva, Flam, so on and so forth. And we can scroll down. ESMU is also in here, of course, some of the newest Thunder Zone units. And unfortunately, pretty standard stuff. You still have the chance of getting, bots, Rainbow Sisters, and Knights. All right, so quickly speaking, this Fateful encounter, I'm not really sure what is tying it in, other than the fact that all three are Eastern units. So I'm going to go with that theme this time as opposed to any other theme. Of course, let me know in the comments below if you think there is a different theme in play. Now, that being said, this banner is actually quite good compared to the other monthly 7-day encounters we've seen. Nakoko is, I won't say a poor man's RCF, but it is an alternative way of exploiting all the different elemental zones. You've probably seen me using Nakoko in my Thunder team since I don't have, for example, ESMU or Silver Striker or any of those kind of units. But that being said, don't forget, she can change to any elemental unit, including Thunder Zone, all the 4 regular element zones, and eventually, obviously, Crystal Zone will be coming out in the future in Japan. That will come to global. She also has some pretty decent DPS that also heals at the same time. She's got a dual shield 35-35. She can also increase your elemental attack of the zone while you're in that zone by 50% while debuffing the enemy by 50%. So again, a little bit weaker than RCF. And she can do a quad hit combo, which can increase combo meter. Now, one good thing about her is you don't need another zone to unlock all her abilities. She has all those abilities right out of the gate as long as you're in an elemental zone, and she is an earth unit by default. Now, Barrel is a little bit different. He is a pretty good tank, although I would say that obviously there are future units coming in. If you watch the Japan spoilers, you'll know that there are quite a few newer units out there. AS Radius just came into global, and she is an ultimate tank. So I'm not sure how Barrel will fit into the meta nowadays, considering that AS Radius might be able to do a lot of his job better, albeit he is a little bit different that he is obviously a wind pierce, so he might fit into certain teams that way. And finally, Yukino. Now, Yukino is an older unit, still not too bad. Decent DPS, unique ability to summon a snowman as a delayed move, such that if it's still alive, it builds up attack such that it can do a massive elemental water attack. And keep in mind that, again, spoiler alert, there is an AS Yukino coming out in Japan that will be, obviously global will get it. Sorry, Japan has already gotten it. And so we know that AS Yukino is there. And so, if you're thinking about getting Yukino in any form and then side grading just by farming the treatises, this is not a bad opportunity to get it. Being that 3 of these featured units, I would say probably at this point, Garen will probably be the least valuable of the 3, although still valuable, especially if you don't have Radius in any form or AS Radius. Like I said, Nakoko is still very much valid in this meta, and, AS Yukino will be very interesting in the future as well. So that being said, it is a paid banner. I wouldn't say it's a 10 out of 10 banner. However, if you feel you want to add 1 or more of these units, this is not a bad way to do it, especially since I can't see Nakoko or Garam being featured in any featured banners in the future. Obviously, in the near future, the AS Yukino banner will come out, in which case you can aim for either form of her. So, just to summarize, not an ultimate banner, but certainly much better value than previous 7-day encounters. So, if you want to add any of the 3 units to your team, not a bad purchase altogether. Anyways, let me know in the comments below if you're planning to pull on them, if you have all the units, and what are your thoughts overall about the quality of this banner as opposed to some of the previous ones. For myself, obviously, as a free-to-play, I won't be participating in this banner. I do also have Yukino and Garam in, but I do not have a Yukino, so that's unfortunate for me. But that being said, hey, we can always win the game with alternate strategies. Do not need every unit in the game. Now, otherwise, not sure when the newest update will drop. Looking forward to some newer content. And of course, if you're still catching up on some of the older content, there's a ton of things to do in the game. We still have, of course, harpoon fishing for those who haven't caught up there. There's still the time-twisted maze. Obviously, there is still that Toto theater world for those who have, still not finished that, grinding out that light and shadow, and so on and so forth. So it should be fun. We can wait for a future update while just contemplating whether or not we want to spend our hard-earned stones or paid ticket. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.